Okay, it looks like part one got cut off a little bit early, so I'm going to recap a few things. Once you've made the decision and said, okay, it has to be a lifestyle. There's no way around it. It has to be a lifestyle. It's not about perfection, it's but about direction. Shane, I got it. The biblical perspective, you have to be disciplined, patient, wisdom, perseverance. These are all key ingredients that lead to success. The average American household has the television on for hours a day. Let's get out of that mode and start moving. So with that said, it's not about diet, it's about eating. There's a lot of different diets out there. What you have to do is this: if you're going to continue with meat and dairy, do it in moderation. Let it be very clean meat. Yes, it's expensive. Organic meat is expensive when it's free of antibiotics and hormones injected, and the grain that is fed is good grain, and the cows are free roaming. And even at that, there's we take chances. So if you're going to go meat and dairy, clean meat, dairy, I do just for my own personal sake, I choose raw dairy when possible, as long as it's coming from a good source. But that's something I won't put on you necessarily. And it's expensive, so I don't eat a lot of that. Hopefully I can talk about a little bit more about that in another video. So if you have a little bit of meat, have a little bit of dairy, let that be 10% of your diet. Here's where your diet, the big part, has to come from life-giving food. Food that gives life to the body. All those phytochemicals, those colors in a blueberry, give life to the body. Captain Crunch, death to the body. Plums, peaches, apricots, all those colors, cherries, give life to the body. Processed oatmeal, death to the body. Greens, dinosaur kale, spinach, I don't really like that, Shane. We'll put it in a blender with a protein powder, plant-based protein powder, or bone broth protein powder that you do like, with some healthy almond milk, and get it that way. Somehow get that life-giving food. All the greens. The benefits of broccoli is off the chart. So eating these every meal, and with broccoli, maybe use a little bit of healthy mayo, vegan, you know what I'm saying, vegan mayo if it's possible, some raisins in there, some walnuts, mix it around, eat the broccoli that way. You're eating life-giving food. The tons of life in broccoli, tons of death in a donut. Take some green tea if you need a little bit of caffeine. Get rid of coffee. Lots of herbicides, fungicides, insecticides sprayed on these things, sprayed directly on the beans that go directly into our cup. Same thing with tea. Remove these stimulants, because caffeine will elevate blood sugar levels. And it's common knowledge that those struggling with alcoholism, caffeine, sugar, it's all linked together. Alcohol is a sugar. Caffeine elevates sugar. Your cravings are increased. It's like fighting the demon within, and we're feeding the demon within. We need to starve that demon and remove these addictive things. Take a week and get clean of all this. Also, so life-giving food: walnuts, cashews, almonds, life-giving food, avocado, tons of veggies, onions. I like to grill up onions and mushrooms and some bell peppers. I don't grill them very long because the heat does kill a lot of the good benefits there. Homemade hummus, mix it with homemade hummus. It's a huge bowl, and I'll put a little bit of whatever type of nut you like on there, and I am full, and it's only 400, 500 calories tops. Compare that to a burger place, and you're eating 1,200 calories, and you're still hungry 2 hours later because it's processed junk food. So also use wisdom with carbohydrates. I do recommend carbohydrates. A sweet potato I'll have one day, the next day I'll have a cup of beans. And so I don't have a lot of carbohydrates, but I don't believe carbohydrates are the problem necessarily. I believe that processed carbohydrates are the problem. And I believe that in eating them in moderation, if you're not moving a lot, then you have to watch it. But we were designed, again, how were we created? We were created to move. Get your kids on bicycles, get them moving, get them off of Minecraft and all the video junk, get them moving, get them outside. Become a lifestyle of moving. That's how we were created. As a result, it's okay to eat carbohydrates because they are the chief source of energy. I have more videos that you can go watch on this specific topic, so I don't want to go on a rabbit trail here. But I'm also a fan of limiting carbohydrates for a season. If you need to get your body in a state of ketosis where fat is being used as your primary fuel because your carbohydrate storage has been depleted, not a bad idea for a season. but you're missing a lot of benefits from the fiber and the health benefits of beans and high fiber foods. It can really help clean out the colon, the digestive tract, because that's where most disease actually starts. So more on that later, but I'm not a fan of tons of pig and pork and sausage and just steak and not clean butter, not good grass-fed butter, and you're just putting a lot of things that were not designed to go into the body. For example, how were we made? We are made to be walking, grab an apple, eat it. There's some celery, there's some broccoli, maybe put some things on it, some salt, but we are not meant to slaughter a cow, make the milk, all this dairy and meat on an ongoing basis. Again, personal opinion. It's in moderation. So avoid the sugary foods, the caffeines, get rid of those. Discipline yourself, move a lot more, and fall forward. For the love of God, don't beat yourself up. I don't care if you're 200 pounds overweight. Get back on track. Call the cable company. Hey, I'm stopping cable. I'm stopping Netflix. I'm stopping Dish Network. I'm stopping it for a season. I'm going to get out and I'm going to move. I'm going to be more active. You're going to sleep better, especially once you get off caffeine, or at least green tea in moderation in the morning. Caffeine disturbs our sleep patterns, our REM, rapid eye movement, different things. Again, I've talked about that in other videos you can find under the Pantry Pastor. Whew! Okay, I got all that out. So this was part 2. Go ahead and listen to part 1 as well. But the encouragement is you can do it. It's not about a diet. It's about a lifestyle. Look at it from a biblical perspective. How were you created? Again, I believe in a designer. I've given my heart, my life, and my passions over to Jesus Christ. He has saved me. I've repented of my sins, and I've believed. And that is the secret, really, to changing the heart and being a good steward over the body that He has given us. This is how I operate. This is how I serve. This is how you serve. We have to make health a priority, because the world there's fast food establishments on every corner. Striving and working toward health is very important, but it's very difficult. I've often found that those things most challenging are often the most important. Prayer, seeking God, waiting upon Him. Challenging, but the most important. Broccoli over chocolate. Broccoli. Yes, there are some benefits of dark chocolate, organic, but in moderation and not having much. I had some recently, and I couldn't sleep at night because of the caffeine content. There wasn't a lot of caffeine, maybe 30 milligrams, but it was still enough to keep me up. So in a nutshell, you can do it. Fall forward, get back on track. It's not about perfection. Just start making changes. You fall, get back up. You fall, you get back up. You gained a pound, we'll get back on track and start losing it. Being more active. You can do this. You can succeed. So until the next time, I am the Pantry Pastor, and we will continue to do videos as long as God allows us to keep that door open. So thank you.